Welcome to our program on Kardec Radio.
Hi, beloved friends. We are back again today with one of the chapters of the book Living Spring by Emmanuel through Chico Xavier. And my name is Riana Willemse, and I'm your host for today. And today's chapter is chapter 69, Firmness and Perseverance. Therefore, my dear brothers, be firm and constant, always abundant in the Lord's work, knowing that your toil is not in vain. And it's Paul in 1 Corinthians 15, verse 58. Many people believe that embracing the faith in, entitles them to unproductive ecstasy. Under the pretext of ensuring the illumination of their soul, many hearts flee the daily struggle, locking themselves up in the sanctuary of the home amidst vigils of worship and profound thinking about the divine mysteries. They forget that the whole of life is God's universal creation. Faith means vision. Vision means understanding and the ability to help. So let's first just talk about this first verses that Emmanuel has shared with us. He says that sometimes when we work, we think that we are entitled to things and to 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 evolve as well. But he says that we can't be an island and think that only by words, by speaking, that we will evolve, that we will help. And he calls it, um, let me just find that verse, sorry, um, worshipping. And yes, we have a law of worship. But he says that when we see the whole of God's creation, when we get vision, we get understanding, which means that if we understand, then we will serve, then we will see everyone around us. The vision is, beloved friends, to see each soul and each opportunity for us to serve and to be of service to God. And that means that we need to take action, that we need to go out and do something. And he says visions means understanding and the ability to help. It is not only to praise God and to work in your own environment. If we look at what Jesus did, he left his family and went out into the world to give his sermons to everyone who wanted to listen. And he helped everyone and he did miracles. And the thing is, we need to go out as well. We need to go out and be active in helping and in serving and in to being part of a community and being part of um, the creation that is still happening around us. And he continues, those who have entered the spiritual land of truth. And he calls it that if we truly know the truth, have found in works a greater blessing. We found if we truly understand the truth behind the messages that Jesus gave us, excuse me, we will go out and work. We will be happy to be active around us and with everyone around us. Neither the Lord nor his disciples lived only in contemplation. Yes, they did pray. For no one can live without the inner shower of silence to renew their strength in the superior current of sublime energy coming from the heavenly fountain head. So, yes, if we see what Jesus did, he worked 50% and he prayed to renew himself as well. So, as Jesus as our guide, we know that we also need time to renew ourselves. And just as maybe we are the teachers for some, we also are the learners, and we also have teachers. So, of course, we need to be taught and to be reminded so that we can go out and do the same. Just like the disciples of Jesus. He always gave them something to go out and do good, to go out and work, to help them in their understanding so that they can continue their journey as disciples. Prayer and reflection are the subtle lubricant in our machine of daily experience. Prayer and reflection. We are reminded of this in the Spirit's book as well, that we need to reflect on everything we do daily so that we can pray about it and in the new day, when we start anew, so that we can take a step further, every day a step further in our own evolution. And through our own evolution, we can also be the example and the one in the hands of God. It is important to realize, however, that the Lord and his disciples struggled, served, and suffered in the active cultivation of the good, and that the gospel entails constant toil for all those who adopt its principles and salvation. So Jesus has said that it would be with toil. It will be hard sometimes to continue the work, to be perseverant in this work. But that is what we are being asked today by the mentors, is to be firm in what we need to do and to persevere regardless our circumstances. Accepting Christianity means renewing oneself for the higher realms, and only in the environment of service can restructure, sorry, and only the environment of service can restructure the spirit and sanctify its destiny. He says in service and re- through service we restructure the spirit. It's to serve when then we will evolve. It is there where we learn. It is by helping, by giving, by understanding others' toils and what they go through so that we can assist through love. Invariably prepomptory in his warning and admonishments, Paul of Tarsus, writing to the Corinthians, pointed out the need for our firmness and consistency in the endeavor of spiritual evolution, so that we may be abundant in worthy action for the Lord. Abundant. It means that that should be our focus. Where we are, at work, at home, driving, wherever we are, that should be service. If it's through prayer, if it's through um, physical help, that should be what we focus on. To be of service. And also, beloved friends, to observe. When we are present, we see, and we can see God in everything. And we can also see where we can serve, and we can also learn a lot if we are truly observant. And sometimes when we see someone and we would think that they would need our help, we will actually learn a lot from people if we are quiet and we listen. And then we can hear wise people in circumstances that we think are maybe not for us or maybe someone who's in need. But sometimes we are the one in need. And if we listen, we can learn a lot as well. Helping others, creating joy, harmony, and hope, opening new horizons to higher kind of knowledge, and making life better where, wherever we are, comprises the ministry of all those who have devoted themselves to the good news. So, beloved friends, to spread the good news, we are being reminded that we should create joy, harmony, and hope, opening new horizons to a higher kind of knowledge. That is the good news. Are you and I in our daily lives giving out the good news in all circumstances? Because the good news means that there is joy regardless of our circumstances. There's harmony regardless of where we go through. And there is also hope. And he says that opens new horizons, not only for us, but for those that we help, that we remind. Let us seek the pure waters of prayer to soothe our hearts, but let us not forget to use our emotions, reasoning, and hands for the process of improvement of ourselves, everyone, and everything, knowing that Jesus needs instruct industrious workers to build his kingdom on the entire earth. So Jesus needs our help so that we also can be part of those who are still helping the souls. And he says not only, he says, improve ourselves through prayer. And how is it to pray? And we would say, "Okay, I don't have time because I'm so busy. So I do pray morning and night." Beloved friends, we can turn our prayers, our thoughts into a constant prayer. When we see someone, before we speak, we can pray and ask for guidance. If we have a judgmental thought, we can pray about it. It can be a practice to constantly look at our thoughts, at our judgments, at what we say, how we say it, and that could help each and every one of us to focus on the good, to make sure that everything is uplifting and joyful and inspiring, and a reminder of the good news, which means that we inspire to remind them that all is well, that this too shall pass, and to remind each other because sometimes we need to hear it as well. This is why there is always someone there. You have this special one that you can turn to, that sometimes when we are not encouraged to do something, or maybe we have bad days, and we all go through this, to inspire us again. And this is why Cardiac Radio is also important, so that we can just go to Cardiac Radio, read the Spirits magazine, which is amazing. Um, if we visit all this is blessings in our lives, beloved friends, so that we can listen to something and be inspired again to pray and to go on with our lives and to inspire others. So we are thankful today for the blessing that we have to be together so that we can work together in this effort to spread the good news, the joy, especially in this month where we focus on Jesus and the birth of Jesus and what Jesus has given each and every one of us. And we can feel the presence and be thankful and more joyful, and also maybe give a little bit more and go out and do a little bit more. Be a little bit more understanding and tolerant and all these things that we all still work on together. Thank you so much, beloved Prince, for joining me. Have a wonderful week until next week. And God bless each and every one. Until next time, thank you. Bye bye.